another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content. Welcome everybody. Black Male Advice TV. You already done know what it is. We are back. I apologize to everybody. I was supposed to be on from 10, but I did some overtime tonight, and I am here now. All right, first thing first, I'm testing out some new equipment, so I need to know if everyone can hear me. Can you hear me clear? Is the volume good? I need to know from the viewers. Let me know what's going on. Can you hear the stream? Can you hear the stream? Okay, everybody can hear what's going on? All right. I hope nothing don't go crazy because I'm testing out a bunch of stuff here, but we're going to see how everything rock out. We're dealing with a topic titled, Most Men Are in Denial About Being in the Danger Zone. Yeah. You know, a lot of brothers in today's day, they are getting older, and they don't want to acknowledge that the same issues that women go through, brothers are going through the same thing. So let me see what's going on in the chat right now. Again, I apologize. I was supposed to be on from 10. So if you're now viewing, I kind of got things sorted, and the show must go on. So let me see who we got in here. K Stimulus, what's going on? Monty, Next Level, Amir, let me see, Gladman, Charlene, that's Charlene. All right. Evero, what's going on? Virgil, Kenny, Father Man, what's going on? Michael, Ice Age. Let me see. D. Nixon. Let me see. I think your comment was, all right, it's there now. D. Nixon, what's going on? Irwing, Turtle, what's going on? Wayne. Who's this? Rashi. Brain or Brian, Allen, Ben Yosef, what's going on? Extreme Picks, Jay Reed, Janelle, what's going on? Bro Darrow, Tyler, Muhammad, what's going on? All right. Jay, Rashad, Jay Reed, what's going on, y'all? All right, welcome to the show. Yeah, we're dealing with a topic here. Most men are in denial about being in the danger zone. You know, a lot of you sisters, you've been pretty much listening to different content creators, and they've been talking about danger zones or hitting the wall. And I'm one who shared video content talking about women hitting the wall. But what I want to talk about is men that are in the danger zone, and they're in denial about that because, again, they want you to believe that everything in their life is perfect, when in all actuality, a lot of men are struggling within themselves to secure a relationship. So what they're going to do is they're going to hide behind materials. They're going to hide behind possessions. They're going to even hide behind other men to cope with the depression and cope with the insecurities of not being able to secure a successful relationship. So what they'll do is they'll bash women. And it's very apparent when you see a man degrade women over and over, and he only seemed to find the negative. He never have anything positive to say. Men like this, they focus on just trying to blame you for all the problems. You see, brothers, what you have to understand is that when it comes to relationships today, as men, we are in the driver's seat. Women are supposed to follow our lead. When we are on social media constantly talking about, women ain't this and women making all the bad choices and look all these different brothers that these women deal with, we really can't just blame women. And I realize that as men, we drop the ball when it comes to relationships. We got to take responsibility for the fact that all of the different men that are dealing with women today, you are all making choices to deal with different women. So my question is, why is it that you can't seem to settle down with a quality woman? And why is it that it's easy to talk negative about the majority of sisters out here? We want to throw single mothers under the bus. We want to focus on women and focus on their body count without realizing that as men, we're the ones out here pumping and dumping, smashing and dashing. We're not looking for relationships. We're just looking for some quick play. And we're really not focused on actually building with women. So we really have to look within ourselves and recognize exactly what's going on today, because a lot of brothers are in denial. You're in denial about a lot, and it's sad, but it is what it is. There's something wrong with our brothers today where they don't acknowledge that they themselves are in the danger zone. I mean, think about this. You're in your 30s, you believe you're successful, you believe that you have this great job, but you got no lady. You're struggling to find Mrs. Right, but you spend a lot of time on social media with different brothers who are constantly degrading women. They're constantly showing off. They're constantly talking about their high value. They're constantly talking about this. But when we really look at these men, they got no woman. They got no wife. They got no family. And to me, this is sad. This is a sad situation because a lot of brothers, they want success. They talk about being valuable. They talk about their money and their possessions. But the truth is, where is your woman? Where is your wife? That's what I want to know. Why is it so hard for black men, especially on social media, to actually find and secure a quality relationship with a black woman? Why is it that as men, it's easy for you to go to a channel where they're degrading women, going in on women? Because you brothers, you like that type of stuff. You like following content creators that they always talking about the single mothers. They're always talking about women with their body count. They go in on all the negative energy, but none of these brothers seem to show the receipts of a quality woman. You'll even have black men that'll tell brothers, you need to go get with a white woman or find yourself a Asian woman or something like that. And the thing is, what's the point of brothers listening to you when you don't got no receipts of a woman that you're actually with? This is a problem. Just admit it. You're in the danger zone, brother. Because you're 30, pushing 40. Some of you brothers are 50. And you're still out here talking about you dating women. Bro, you should have already done settled down. You should have already done establish a family. That's a problem. As black men, this is something like we supposed to be on a mission, Let me see what's going on here. Mr. Grizzle said, because a lot of black women don't respect black men. Actually, a lot of black men don't respect black women. This is why brothers are out here pumping and dumping. This is why brothers, they're only looking for a one night stand. I mean, think about this, brothers. How many of you, at the sound of my voice, are actually looking for a sister because you're trying to build? Yeah, I hear crickets. You see, most of you, you're just sexually attracted to women because you yourself, you have not yet discovered what your purpose and role is as a man. You know you're supposed to have a job. You know you're supposed to make money and be a provider. But what I am seeing in today's day is that most men are afraid to commit to women. They're concerned with building families. They don't want to have children. They don't mind having sex. But when it comes to the actual commitment of building with the woman, they don't want to do that. They find that to be something that is scary. They don't want to go down that road because they fear the relationship is going to end. And this is a problem because you brothers are getting older. The world's getting colder. Times is rough out here. It's rough for a lot of you brothers to even find a particular sister. So it's not about, women don't respect brothers and all this other stuff. First of all, it's about you respecting yourself. Once you respect yourself as a black man, then what's going to happen is you're going to draw that energy to you. You're going to draw the type of sisters to you. But then again, you got to be the type of man who is busy about your business. Like if you're focused on your work, if you're focused on your job and you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man, you're so occupied, you're not really even thinking about women. So when you're in that state of mind, that is what's going to bring women to you because you're not really thinking about women. Most of the brothers today are just thinking about sex. They're not thinking about relationships. They're not thinking about growing. So most of you brothers are in the danger zone of being single for the rest of your life and never establishing a family. This is a problem. And somebody got to talk about that because when we really think about it, how many of you brothers actually want to build a family with a black woman? How many of you? You really have to think about that and consider what I'm saying because, you're pushing 40, 50. Some of you brothers are in your 60s and you still talking about you're single. You're still talking about, hey, man, I'm 60. I don't got no kids. I'm good. Nah, that's not cool. You, as a black man, your purpose and goal should be building a family. Your purpose should be wifing up women, establishing, your tribe. This is something as men that we supposed to be doing. Like, this is our purpose. But it seems that's not what it's about. It's like as men today, all we focus on is, yo, man, shorty over there bad. Yo, I like the way she looking, man. Damn, yo, she looking good, yo. I gotta hit it. That's what we focused on today. We're just focused on getting with women for sex and just using them for what we want, and then we discard them. Now, don't get me wrong. You got a lot of women out there that are doing dirt. We're not here to talk about that. Let's take responsibility for what we do as men. Women would not be in the position they're in if we as black men were leading. The problem is we're not leading with our brain. We're not. You see a sister, the first thing you're thinking about is some tail. You're not thinking about family. And this is why we have so many single mothers. It's not because women are just out here making a bunch of bad decisions. The truth is, a lot of brothers are making a lot of bad decisions. Because if you really think about this, bro, you didn't have to have sex with her. You brothers love to talk about how, these women are all single mothers. Well, it took a brother to have sex with her to make her a single mother. She just didn't become a single mother. It takes two to tango. So you got to take responsibility for this. You just can't ignore your participation in the nonsense that's going on in today's day. You got to recognize that if you don't change the way you are as a man, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. And you're going to see younger men growing up, getting with wives, starting families, and you're just going to be an older brother talking about, yo, I used to be a player and I used to do this and I used to do that. No, each and every one of you brothers have to begin to make the choice of saying, you know what, enough is enough. I'm tired of playing the field. I'm tired of just looking for women to just play around with. I got to get out here and actually build with a woman so that she can find the type of guy that's going to guide her and respect and have children and be a helpmate to you. This is something that you brothers, it has to be your goal. We want to belittle our women and say, you're in the danger zone, or you're not good enough. You're not attractive enough. You're overweight. Wait a minute. Last time I checked, as a man, you can be overweight. You may be unattractive. You may be broke. There's a lot of things about you that's wrong too. What I find is that a lot of brothers that are insecure, that are broken, they tend to take out their frustration on women. This is why the majority of men that you see on social media, they always have nothing but negative things to say to women. If you look at these particular channels, every time they talk, it's always something negative. They never have anything positive to say about women. The reason is they never been around a good woman. They only deal with negative women. In most cases, even their mother was negative. And they're in denial about the trauma that they have, the demons that they are facing. They don't want to acknowledge that their life sucks. So to feel better about themselves, they bash women. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place for correction. There is a time and a place where a man have to share his thoughts about women and give them information to help them do better and call out the BS. But when your content is nothing but negativity towards women, what it speaks volumes of the amount of hurt and pain you're dealing with as a man, the frustration, the anger of not being able to have the woman you truly desire. You see, a lot of brothers on social media, they talk a good talk, but the truth is, a lot of these brothers, they really don't have the type of woman they truly desire. So they're frustrated. And they're not really truthful about themselves. As a man, you got to know where you are. You got to really know your true value. And I'm not talking about money or dollar. I'm talking about where you are as a man in life so that you can know where you're going. Because if you're not secure within yourself as a man, right, there's no way you'll be able to guide a woman. When women interact with us as men, when they come around a man, they're looking for a man that's going to protect her, a man that's going to guide her, a man that's going to give her some sort of wisdom, understanding about different things so that she could be a better woman. And when she realized that you're insecure yourself and that you are broken due to childhood issues, then what's going to happen is you're not going to be equipped to guide her, because you don't trust her and you don't really know how to love her, because you never really had the father to teach you how to love a woman, how to love yourself. The only thing you know is red pill rage, or what some content creator talked about on YouTube concerning women. So consequently, all you're going to think about with women is negative energy. That's all you're going to be talking about is what's wrong. You're never going to have anything good to say about a woman. It really doesn't even make any sense, man. Let me see. Stevens said both genders set standards way too high, so they remain single or date out. Well, that's another problem. You know, a lot of times with relationships, women have these high standards about meeting some guy that's making X amount of money. And, you know, it's really nonsense when you really think about it, because as a lady, you should be focusing on dealing with a brother that got character, a brother that has morals and values that's going to be with you long term. If you're only focused on the superficial and the materials and so forth, then your relationship is not really going to last. It's not going to go anywhere, because you're focused on vain things. You're looking at a man's car. You're looking at whether or not he got a lot of money saved in the bank. You're not really interested in the man. You're interested in his pockets. So that's not good. And also, it's not good when a man is primarily focused on your body. Now, don't get me wrong, brothers. You know, when you see an attractive woman, it's supposed to do something to you. A woman who's beautiful is supposed to stimulate your mind, your body, your soul. It's supposed to make you want and desire her. But as men, you're supposed to have control over the physical side of your nature, and actually focused on the purpose of why I'm with this woman. Why do I need this woman in my life? Okay, I'm sexually attracted to her. I got to go beyond that and begin to focus on purpose, which is something a lot of black men don't do or focus on today. They're just focused on their own selfish desires of fulfilling their lust. And consequently, many women are broken due to this negative behavior with our men. And we blame women. We say that they're making the bad choices and they're getting with the Pookies and the Ray Rays. But the truth is, most of us as men, we are the Pookies and the Ray Rays, because if we're not establishing families, if we don't talk to a sister in a manner that make her pretty much understand us, because it's something that a lot of brothers don't do. You don't talk to a woman and make her understand, okay, look, this is why I want you in my life. And you break it down so that she can believe in you. Most of us, we don't do that. We just exchange numbers, see when we can hook up, and then the relationship is over. And then she get with another man and another brother, repeat the same process. And then what do? We come on social media and we say, you know what? That sister has a high body count. Why are we degrading the sister for? Why are we belittling the sister? Why are we looking at the single mother and saying, oh, she got 2 kids, she's no good? Why are we doing that? We're doing that because we are insecure. So to make ourselves feel like we're better, we put them down. Just because you're a man and you don't got no kids doesn't mean you look at a woman that got kids and belittle her and say, well, she's a single mother, she's no good, she ain't nothing. No. How about we talk about you? How about we look at the amount of women you were with sexually that you had no intentions on marrying, that you used for your own pleasures, and you abandoned all of them? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about you, bro. See, this is something most men don't want to deal with. This is why I said most men are in denial. They're in denial about being in the danger zone. A lot of you brothers don't realize this, but you don't got no kids, bro. It should alarm you, because as men, we supposed to have our seed. We supposed to have children. This is something you're supposed to establish. Like, as men, this is like, come on. You're 30, 40, 50. You're in the barbershop telling your boys and them, like, yo, man, I'm single and I don't got no kids. You know what I mean? That's not impressive. I'm not impressed with that. I respect brothers that got families. I respect brothers that got, wives That's what I respect. Now, if you're a brother and you're single and, you're focusing on your career right now and you're not really thinking about settling down with no woman, then you shouldn't be out there pretty much having sex with no woman. I'm just keeping it a buck. Any man that is out there having sexual relationships with women and his intentions is not to wife her up, that's a problem. That brother got issues. Because as men, we should want to pretty much guide a woman, take her under your wing, and navigate through life by showing her, look, with me, we're able to go here, there, and there. If you didn't have a man like me, you wouldn't even be able to go nowhere. Because as a brother, you must understand that women need you and you need them. It's a two-way street, giving and receiving. But in today's culture, everything is based on pleasure. It's based on the visual, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. People are selfish. So the first thing we think about when we meet women in general is just to have sex. Brothers, we have to change that mindset and we have to focus more on purpose. Don't be like the majority of these brothers within social media spaces who are just focused on dealing with women for their own personal gratifications. We have to begin to mature as men and recognize that life is what you make it. And none of us are getting younger. We're getting older. Time is running out. Enough joking around, enough playing around. We have to establish families. We have to establish black love. It's very important for the longevity of our people. It's something that we don't really think about, but it's gonna look at us in our mirrors, and we're gonna see that reflection looking back at us saying, look, time is running out. So before you bash a black woman by telling her she hit the wall or telling her she's in the danger zone, you need to look at your age as a black man or whatever man you are, whatever ethnic group you are, and begin to look at yourself and say, damn, I'm 40 years old. I'm 50 years old, 60, still haven't established a family. Okay, you met a woman that was no good. That was your fault. Let's take responsibility, bro. We want to tell women that they need to be accountable. But how many of us are being accountable for our choices? Black men love to say that women make negative choices in the men they meet. But how many of you brothers are also making negative choices in the amount of women you sleep with that you don't wife? Who are you to judge? Who are you to condemn when you yourself don't even live a righteous life that can be an example? How dare you criticize a woman for her choices in her youthful years that may have put her in a position that is unethical or it's not beneficial to her right now, and you try to shame her and disgrace her by saying, why would a man like me with no children get with a woman like her who is mediocre? Why would you belittle her when you yourself have been pumping and dumping and running through our women and sleeping around and leaving women with babies and leaving women heartbroken who thought that you were going to be there for them, but for whatever reason, you abandoned them. You never stayed for the long haul. So we have a lot of broken sisters who are wounded, who are casualties of war because they dealt with different men that done them dirty. How many of you men have done this and you're guilty of these things? Well, you must repent. We want our women to do right, but we have to do right. We cannot look at our women and constantly wait for them to change their ways. We as men must change our ways. This is very important, people. And we're never going to get any better if we don't make this change. We have to do better. We have to look within ourselves and make these changes. If not, we are forever in the danger zone. The danger zone, you may say, but what do you mean by danger zone, Ringo? I mean, isn't that for women only? Don't women hit the wall? Listen, brothers, we have to stop this game. Be honest with yourself. You're entertained when brothers bash women because it make you feel good about your miserable life. Be honest. You go to work, you deal with the BS, you come home, you're frustrated because you want a quality woman, but you didn't put in the work to find such a woman. So you're mad because you're trying to figure out, you got this good job, you got this car, you got this savings, but for whatever reason, you don't got this quality woman. And you're looking at guys that don't have no job, guys that really don't got nothing popping, and for whatever reason, they got a nice looking lady. And it bothers you. It bothers your ego to know that you worked so hard for so much, and yet this guy who don't got nothing is able to get the women you desire. Well, the truth is, brothers, the reason why that good for nothing brother that you think is able to get that woman is because he know how to make a woman feel comfortable around him. You see, it's not that hard to do. Women typically gravitate towards men in whom they are comfortable with. Women like to have fun. Not saying that you have vain fun with them or you spoil them, because as a man, you should be able to guide a woman from a lifestyle that is full of vanity. But at the same time, women like to have fun. They like to deal with brothers that pretty much have, they're outgoing. They understand their mission in life. And even though a brother may not have that much money, if he know how to make a woman feel comfortable around him, that woman is going to want to stay. Because when you really think about this, wouldn't you want to stay around an area or around people that make you feel good? So Pookie and Ray Ray, or the kind of men you would consider of no value, the reason why they're able to pull or attract the women you want is because they're not stuck up like you. They don't look at themselves as high value. They don't walk around with themselves on a pedestal. They don't talk about their money. Women are not impressed with men that constantly talk about their money. They're not. Women are never impressed by that. They'll take your money. Hey, women will take your money if you allow it. But women are not impressed with a man that constantly talk about how much money he make. It's a turnoff, because at the end of the day, just look around you. The majority of men that are impregnating most women today are not even financially well off. Most of these guys don't even have a place to lay their head. A woman would actually move one of these brothers in her crib because of whatever reason. So it's not even about money, because most women have jobs today. Most women have careers. So the dynamic literally has changed, where a lot of times women just deal with brothers for recreational purposes. And for whatever reason, because most of you brothers are not responsible men to guide our women, you went along with the program. And because of this, the role reversal has taken place, where now men are being stay-at-home fathers while their woman is actually working. Or you'll have men that are more likely to move in with a woman because they haven't established a place of their own. And consequently, what we have is a situation where a lot of men are dependent on women. That's a problem. As a man, you're supposed to be in the leadership position at all times. Your woman is supposed to be your helpmate. She's the one who compliments you. She's the one who encourages you and helps you and assists you in matters that uh maybe pretty much in a position where you're unable to do certain things. Your woman is there to aid and assist you, but you're supposed to lead. If your woman is leading you, she's not going to respect you. It's just inevitable. Women don't respect men that don't lead. She want to know that you are the one making the moves, that you're the one paying the bills. This is something that you're supposed to do as a man. So if a woman feel like she got to do it, or she got to tell you to do it, she's not going to respect you. And most of you been in these kind of relationships, and your relationships broke apart, and you may have lost a woman that you really wanted to be with, and you felt betrayed because she was pretty much calling you out on your BS because you weren't leading and guiding. She felt she had to do everything. And a lot of times you get frustrated because you feel she's supposed to just obey you because she's your woman. No, if you're a man and you're not leading by example, you can't blame a woman if she just don't respect you no more. That's your fault. Yes, women do get frustrated in relationships as well as men, but we got to work out our differences as adults. This is something that we have to work on in today's culture. We can't allow TV, social media, and everything to keep us so separated and apart that we don't know how to communicate as adults. It's very important as men that you communicate with the women you're around, because if you don't learn how to communicate, you're never going to be able to secure that relationship you truly desire with a woman. You first of all have to overcome yourself as a man, because you're in that danger zone of never having a relationship, of never having children. You need seeds in this earth. There is women out there for you. You already done know most of my teachings. I teach on polygyny. I teach on family development. I teach on the fact that as men, we're not supposed to be smashing and dashing our women. We're not supposed to be pumping and dumping. This is a no-no. And it takes mature men to do this. Unfortunately, a lot of brothers, they look at that as weakness. They look at me and they say, well, I don't know about that, Ringo. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to get as many women as I want. I'm going to do what I do, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hey, you can go ahead and do that, bro. But at the end of the day, all you're doing is hurting our women. And then you're the same kind of brother who will come on social media and make a video bashing women by saying, oh, look at these sisters. They sleeping around. They got a high body count. Bro, take responsibility for what you're doing. You're sleeping around with these women. You're out here abusing these women. Let's look at you. It's a two-way street. Women are supposed to submit themselves to their husbands. Men are supposed to love their wives. As men, we're supposed to love our women, brothers. I don't know if you had a father. I don't know if you had an uncle or anyone that actually taught you this. But as men, you're supposed to love your women. This is very important, brothers. It's not enough just to be dating. We have to take these women under our wing and make them wives and build with them long term. Enough of the negativity. See, the problem is, as black men, we've been listening to so many videos on social media of men bashing women that it made us become immune to negative conversations. We no longer expect to find a quality woman. We no longer desire or imagine that there could possibly be such a woman out there. The only thing we seem to think about is negativity. And this is why so many brothers on social media are trapped. They're trapped in a matrix of delusions, a matrix of misery, where they're always negative about relationships. Every time they talk to you, hey guys, these women out here, they ain't no good. Then what is that gonna do to your mind, bro? It's gonna set the thermostat. So now when you're on your daily grind, rather than you finding a quality woman, the only thing you're thinking about is these women ain't no good. These women are single mothers. These women having babies by different men. All you thinking about is that negative energy. And what that does, it don't allow you to attract quality women. It only causes you to push good women away, because every woman you look at, you see her as a potential problem. And your solution is, I'll have sex with her, but I won't commit to her. That's another problem. We have to overcome these demons, brothers. We have to overcome these problems, because this is the reason why black families are not successful. This is the reason why black families are not growing. It's because as men, we have to get back into our leadership position. Women truly want you to lead. But in today's culture, could you blame a woman for not wanting to lead? Think about the situations they're up against. The majority of brothers are not trying to commit long term. Believe this or not, brothers, most of the women today that may have been in different relationships, they may have become single mothers or whatever the case is, when they were in their younger years, each and every woman, especially women at the sound of my voice, desired to settle down with the first guy they slept with. This is a fact. The problem is that first brother did her dirty. She got with another man, and she told herself, I'm gonna do right, I'm gonna be faithful, but that brother did her dirty too. She got with another brother. She's hurting because she really loved the other brother, but she's willing to give it a third chance. She got pregnant. That brother did her dirty too. Now she's at the point where she's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just gonna go out here. I'm gonna live my life. It is what it is. And this is why when we look today, we see the problems that we have. So as a black man, if you were the kind of brother that had morals and values, and you run into that particular sister who've been through all of that trauma, your lifestyle can actually make the difference in her life. You coming in contact with her can actually save her from going down a path of destruction. But because you chose to do the very same thing she's doing, because look, she told herself, I'm done. I'm just gonna live my life. You did the same thing, bro. You did the same thing. You did the same exact thing. And see, it's pretty difficult trying to reach brothers with truth. We say that women don't want to hear. We say women don't want to hear. No, the truth is men don't want to hear. Men don't want to hear. I mean, you even have somebody in the chat being disrespectful. This is the problem with men. This is the problem. You got brothers calling women H's and B's, and was your mom a hoe? Was your mom a B? Because when you really think about it, most men, the reason why they're so hurt and bitter about women is typically because their mom was out there in the streets. Their mom had different men in the house. And they're hurt about that. They didn't like the fact that they had different men coming in her bedroom. You know, most of you brothers, you know, if you've been there, you know what that's about. You know? So it bothers you. But to take that frustration out on every woman because your mother messed up in life, that's a problem you got to deal with within your family. And I realize that a lot of the drama that we see with our brothers, it's due to a childhood of trauma, absentee fathers. And just because your father is in your life doesn't necessarily mean that he imparted values in you. You know, you can have a father that's in the home, but he's not really giving you anything as a man. He didn't teach you nothing. You don't even know how to put on a tie. You don't even know how to pack a briefcase or a suitcase. You don't know, because you had no male figures around you. But the way we treat women in today's day is disgusting as men. And again, I know about all the issues. I've been teaching on YouTube since 2006. I am not new around here. I've been teaching on these topics all the time. Those of you who already are aware of my Patreon page, you know I have hundreds of videos over there that deal with all sorts of topics. So I've already talked about this. I've already talked about the problems that we face as a community. It's time for us to look in the mirror and say enough is enough as men. Either we are going to lead our women, or we are going to be forever in the danger zone of never having peace, never having the respect of a woman. A lot of you brothers are using your materials to try to gain respect from women. Women do not respect you when you lead with your materials. When you lead with your money, women will not respect you. She'll take your money, but she won't respect you. This is a fact. So I want you brothers to really think about that. The danger zone is among you. You are already there. Most of you brothers been sitting back and you're telling yourself, you know what? I would love to have children, but damn, I can't find me a decent sister. I really do want to settle down, but I can't find a quality woman. That's because you're allowing yourself to be fed negative energy from different content creators. There's a lot of content creators on YouTube that are poisoning the minds of our youth. They're constantly spewing negative vibes. How can you find yourself a positive woman if all you hear is negative reports? And see, this is what causes our women to be frustrated with us as men, because all they hear about is black women this, black women that, black women ain't no good. Look, I think that what's happening is we taking a small portion of what's going on within the black community and we pretty much amplified it into something that it's actually not. We amplified it into all women are like this, when that's not the case. There are a lot of women out there that are decent, quality women, but they're not going to get with you because they can pick up on that energy. And we have to be in a position as men to meet women. You're not going to meet women by just going to your 9 to 5 and going home. You might meet women going to work or leaving from work, but you really got to get out. You got to really go somewhere that you ain't never been and just enjoy your life. Do something. Get a hobby. Because if not, you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. Enough talking about the single mothers. Enough talking about the woman with high body count. Let's talk about you. Why you don't have a woman, bro? Why is it that all of these men on social media that talk about their high value men, why is it that all of these men are single? How is it that these men are high value men, got all of this money, but got no woman? There's no woman in their house cooking. There is no woman in their bed. There is no woman in the shower freshening up for him. But these guys are high value. You got men that are 50 years old talking about they're out on a date. A date? You're 50 years old. You're not supposed to be dating. You're supposed to already have a wife You supposed to already have children that you father. All of us as black men, our goal should be to find quality women that want the role of a wife. Now, that may be a little difficult in today's day. That may be a little difficult in this time. But there are women out there that are traditional. There are women out there that want to settle down with a brother and become a wife. Most women don't, because they're chasing their educations. They're chasing all of this vanity that really was never designed to sustain their life. You as a man were created by the Most High to give a woman everything she desires. Satan has tricked our women into going after the world. And we all know that all they that love the world, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, the lust of the eyes, those people won't inherit the kingdom. And because of the choices that they made in terms of taking of the forbidden fruit, it put our women in a position where they essentially has taken on the role of a man in terms of being the provider, which is twofold. Because when you really think about it, the average woman, if she's single, she must provide for herself, obviously. But the downside with that is that because she has taken on that role of providing for herself, what she essentially did was cut off any opportunity of finding a secure mate who's going to provide for her. And I don't know about you, but no man wants to be with a woman if he don't feel that he is needed. Men want to know that they're needed. And when women feel that they don't need a man, or that they can do bad by themselves or make their own money, nothing wrong if you're a sister and you're making money and have a career. But at the end of the day, when it comes to relationships and establishing unions, the roles must be secured and in place, meaning that the man is the leader, he's the head, he's the provider, he's the protector. The woman, she's the nurturer of children. She secures the house and take care of the home. She provides the household with quality meals. She cooks, she cleans. These are the traits of a feminine, quality woman who understand that her role in life is to bear children, to be the helpmate to a man. This is very important. But in today's culture, again, the world system has tricked our women into believing that if you get your education, if you get these trinkets in life, that somehow you win, when the truth is they're not winning. So on one side, our women are not winning, and our men are not winning because they can't seem to find themselves a quality woman. And because of this, most of our brothers have taken on the nature of a whoremonger. A whoremonger is a man who pursue women that are scantily clad and loose, i.e. prostitutes, thots, and so forth. Because of this, our brothers lack character. This is a problem because as a black man or any man, when you only seek out women for what they can give you sexually, then what's going to essentially happen is you are going to get into something known as lasciviousness. Lasciviousness means that you have no restraints. You're telling yourself you're going to stop. You're going to do right, but you end up doing that which is wrong all the time. You bend towards that thing that you always said you want to stop, and you can't seem to find the brakes. That's lasciviousness. You keep doing it over and over and over, and it's driving you crazy. You said you're gonna settle down this year. You made New Year's resolutions, and for whatever reason, you can't keep it. A lot of us as men, we're in that boat. You have to be truthful and recognize you're in the danger zone as men. Most of you brothers are in the danger zone. And it's a bad place to be in today's day because, you got all this COVID-19 stuff changing the world. You have a lot of problems with people maintaining jobs. You got a lot of companies that are laying off a lot of workers. A lot of people's lives are being turned upside down. This is the time where we need each other. And if you're a man who have a secure relationship with a woman, or a woman who have a secure relationship with a man, what this will do in the long term is create a sense of peace and harmony within your relationship, knowing that even though you're going through these tough times, these trying times, at least you have each other to feed off of each other's energy to make it through. And I think that as men, we really have to look within and make some changes. We're not little boys anymore. We're grown men. We have to make quality decisions for the things that we're doing. So my hope is that you recognize that we can't just blame women for all the problems. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, when Adam blamed Eve for everything, it shows the same pattern of what men is doing today. When Eve took of the forbidden fruit and she gave a portion to her husband to eat, sin came into the world. So truthfully speaking, yes, Eve did bring sin in the world. But who was responsible for protecting Eve? Who was responsible for keeping guard of the garden? The man. And what did Adam say to the Most High when confronted? The woman thou hast given me, she beguiled me. She gave me the fruit. Notice how the man, he put the blame on the woman. He didn't take personal responsibility and said, you know what? My bad. This is my fault. I was given the call to protect this woman, to protect the garden, and I failed as a man. He didn't do that. He blamed the woman, and that is what a lot of you brothers are doing today. You're still blaming Eve for all the problems we are facing today. Yes, we know there are some women out there doing dirt, but you brothers have to stop blaming Eve and begin to guard the garden from the intruders, because in this world there is an enemy. There is an enemy in this world that is trying his best to destroy all of our relationships. And if you don't know who that enemy is, you're going to always have fallouts in relationships. We have to protect our women. Stop the bashing. Stop belittling. Stop teasing. Stop making fun of. Stop making women feel they're not good enough. Stop making women feel they're not attractive enough. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to sex, most of you guys don't even care how a woman looks. You'll sleep around with any woman if she's offering. You know that's the truth. Looks is very deceiving. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Do you understand me? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. A woman don't have to be a supermodel in order for her to be looked upon as the best quality. No, a woman can be fairly attractive, have a nice looking figure, and her personality is excellent, and she makes the perfect wife. But we as men have to be the ones who cultivate the quality and the moral ethics to pretty much distinguish between what is right and wrong. And we must do that which is right, because we haven't gotten anywhere. We're still on social media talking about black women. It's 2020 and we're on social media talking about we need to avoid single mothers. No, we need to avoid you. Women need to avoid you, because before you can judge somebody, you must judge yourself. Brother, how many women you slept with and left? How dare you talk about this sister's upbringing or her choices and you're not judging you? That's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. You got to think about what you do as a man. It's very important. I know a lot of you out there, you're doing some thinking. You can meditate on this video, because this video is going to remain on YouTube. If you watch my community section, you would know that 2 videos a week will remain on YouTube. 3 videos will go to the Patreon site. I'm going to be streaming every night at 10. But again, a lot of us as men, we're in that danger zone. Clock is ticking. We're running out of time. We're running out of time, brothers. Look around you. A lot of the younger brothers are having babies. They're getting married. And we're still on YouTube talking about red pill rage and who's high value and all of this nonsense. And at the end of the day, none of you got women. I mean, I want all of you brothers to really think about something. When you look at all of these content creators on YouTube, right? Where are their wives? Where are the wives? Where are they? Why none of these men have women to show you? I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about who you can get with to smash. I'm talking about long-term, successful, high-value relationships that men value. People are talking all of this talk about high value, but how many of you men value long-term relationships? Talk to me. How many of you value relationships to the point that you're willing to put in the work? How many of you? Think about what I'm saying. It's very important. It's very important for all of you to understand, because if you don't make up your mind as a man to renew your mind on the choices that you make, as much as you talk about women hitting the wall, you are hitting the wall. And if none of you don't remember, I made a video talking about men hitting the wall too. It's not just a phenomenon for women. It's not. It's also something that men go through. But the thing is, it's different from men, because we all know about women hitting the wall. When a man hit the wall, it is more severe, because we have an ego. We don't ever like to think that we're doing bad. We're ashamed. Believe it or not, a lot of men are insecure. They don't like to know that they've been defeated. They'll do anything to protect their pride. But the truth is, most of us brothers who are in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, we see the writing on the wall. And we don't want to acknowledge it. We're in denial. So to feel good about ourselves, we blame women. We criticize them, because it makes us feel good about ourselves to know that this woman ain't doing good. But the truth is, if we were to be honest with ourselves, we are not doing good. If you're a brother in your 30s, you should already done establish a family already. I don't want to hear nothing. No excuses. No excuses. Don't give me none of that crap about, well, as a man, I can establish a family at later years in my life. No, bro. The same way a young lady should have been wifed up while in her late teens, early 20s, you as a black man should have already done established a family. You should have already done established children. You should have already done established, a great career choice. Many different opportunities should have came your way as a man. Why you haven't established this? Why are you on panels talking about women all day? Bro, let's talk about you. How many of you brothers got women pregnant and left them? Do you know how destructive that is to a woman, bro? Do you know how painful it is for a woman to carry a baby from a man she didn't even want the baby, but she brought the baby in the world anyway because she had a bond with the child? And even though you're not there, the bond that she has with that child is greater. Imagine the pain she must have felt to give birth and the family is around her. But for whatever reason, you weren't there. But we want to bash these women. We want to belittle them. And again, bro, I already know that we got issues out here with our women. And somebody got to call it out. But at the end of the day, if all we're going to do is keep speaking on the same negative nonsense, beating the same horse over and over and over and over, bro, let me see your results. Where is your quality woman, bro? You have so much to say about black women being this and black women ain't good. Where is your good woman? That's the question I want to know. Where is your quality wife? Where is your lovely children, brother? Where is it? Let's see those receipts. I want to know. I want to know, where is your wife? Enough talking. You're in the danger zone. Face the music. You and your boys at work, you're constantly talking about where you are and what you're trying to accomplish. You as a man have to accomplish overcoming your demons so that you can lead our women. We need black men to rise up and lead the women. The women are out here being independent, not because they want to be independent, but because they have to, because none of you brothers ain't leading nobody. Y'all not leading. You think she want to go to college and do all these different things? No. She's only doing that because her mom told her. She's only doing that because other women are doing the same thing. But at the end of the day, if you were to really ask a woman, be like, look, do you want to be a wife? Do you want to settle down with a quality brother? In most instances, she want to be a wife. She want a man to take care of her. She want to do right. She want to be a woman that stay home with her children and so forth. She really wants to do this. But because society told her that she needs to get her own, then what she's doing is out of fear. She's not seeking a career or a job because she's trying to sustain herself. It's because she fear being alone. So this is why she's doing it. This is why she's out there pretty much trying to establish a career, because she don't expect you to be around long term. This is why back in the day, most women, they put the man out the house in order to get a check because they weren't expecting you to stay. This is why women got educations, because most men went to wars and they all died and they didn't come back, and the children consequently were suffering. The children pretty much suffered because the fathers weren't at home. And a lot of times men were chasing other women and they left their families. And because of this, women got frustrated and said, you know what? I'm going to go out there and get my own. And now it's at the point now where they can't find the brakes. They don't know how to regroup because everybody's doing the same thing. You got young teenage sisters, they're going right off into college when they should be trying to establish themselves as wives. The education that a woman should be seeking technically in today's day is the education on how to be a wife, how to pretty much be the helpmate to a man. And not just any man, a quality man, a man who is going to be there long term. He already established the fact that he's going to be long term with you. And see, this is what's the missing link within relationships with black people as a whole. As men, we have to really look at speaking to women's hearts. You meet a sister, right? She's feeling you, you feeling her, right? You have to begin to establish the communication with her by making her understand that, look, I'm very thankful that I met you. I just want to speak to you straight up. No games, no playing, none of that. Life is short. Life is very short. There's a reason why we're even together. And I want to make sure that I'm here long term with you. That's something that I really want. See, a lot of brothers, you don't want to open up. You don't want to be transparent because you're afraid. You're afraid that if you open up to a woman and share your real thoughts and mind, that it's weakness. No, it's the difference between a man and a boy. A real man, he knows how to share his mind with a woman so that she can understand where he is. Women want to be assured that you're not going nowhere because they've been hurt all their lives. Their father left them. Their boyfriend left them. Man, everybody left them. So it's like when they get with you and you're a good catch, in the back of their mind, they're like, it's not going to last. He's eventually going to go, so I'm not going to really be too attached because he's going to go anyway and I don't want to get hurt. We as men, we have to recognize that. If you want to overcome this danger zone of just being alone, just going to and from work and being a loner, you have to begin to step out and establish yourself in the world in terms of having hobbies, recognizing that there's more to life than just your 9 to 5. Go out, explore, do something different. Talk to women. And when you talk to women, brothers, again, you know, you're not going to understand this until you do it. Most of you brothers, you're afraid of women. So it's going to be pretty difficult for you to pretty much interact with them. You have to be able to speak your mind. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I'm not afraid to share my thoughts with any woman, even if it is looked upon as weak. Because I believe that when you share your thoughts and your mind and you're straight up with a woman and she understands you, number one, she's going to respect you. She's going to respect the fact that you kept it 100 with her. And that's something that a lot of black men don't do today. They don't know how to keep it 100% with a woman. Like I said, when you talk to a lady about what you desire as a man, you have to be very clear. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Don't trick her. Don't play no deceptive games. Keep it 100%. Like, look, I'm interested in you being my wife. I'm interested in having a long-term relationship with you, having children, and so forth, you know? And you have to make that clear. If she's not into that, then let her go her way. Don't waste your time. You have to assert yourself to her so that she can understand exactly what the deal is. I'm not here to pump and dump you. Now, if that's what you're looking for, then hey, you can find a guy that probably want to pump and dump you, but I personally want to get to know you for you. And that's pretty hard for a brother to actually do in today's day. Sadly, most men, they're driven by their lustful desires. So when it comes to meeting women, they don't know how to actually focus on developing a relationship with the woman internally. They don't know how to speak to her heart, her spirit. All they know how to do is focus on vagina. And because of that nature, and it's not bad that you are focused on the sexual. That's part of life. But the problem is, as men, we have to mature. We have to mature so that we can get to know the woman. Whatever happened to taking a walk with a woman in a park? Whatever happened to holding hands with a sister and just sit down and just talk and look at each other and be transparent and share what's going on? Because normally when we meet people, they're wearing a mask. You know, you meet their representative. You don't meet who they really are. That really don't come out till later on. What we want to establish as men is when we meet a woman, we just take the mask off so that they can be feeling comfortable to take their mask off. It's very important because on social media, everybody's acting like something they're not. Everybody's being phony and fake. So we really never get to see who we are. And this is why, as men, you remain in the danger zone, because most of you are wearing masks when you meet women. You're hiding behind high value. You're hiding behind a suit. You're hiding behind a car. You're hiding behind money. And none of that is who you are. You gotta make a woman know who you are first. Just like a woman gotta pretty much express who she is. Take off the mask. Take off all of the trinkets, all of the accessories, and let's be transparent so we can actually get to know who we are. We must establish relationships as men, but it starts with us being mature brothers by recognizing that we need our women. Our women are precious to us. We have to love our women. The Most High given us the ability as men to love women. As a black man, as any man, you have the ability to love women dearly. It's in our nature to do that. On second thought, a woman's ability to love us the same way is not so. Let me explain. Women love different. Their love is based on respect. When a woman respects you, that is the equivalent of her loving you. As a man, you judge a woman's love based on her respect for you. We, in turn, look for a woman's love in the wrong way. And this is what causes us to get in trouble, because we're expecting a woman to love us the way we love them. No, as men, we love harder. Our love for women is deep. This is why we're territorial when we deal with women. We don't want no other man being around our woman because it hurts. And a lot of you brothers, you've been hurt in your past. You've been heartbroken. A woman left you for another man. You may have caught your woman with another man, and it burned you deeply. And because of that, you've been bitter for so many years. It's time for you to come out of that bondage. It's time for you to come out of that delusion and recognize that you were hurt in your past. And because of that, you grew bitter towards women. It's time to give it another shot as a man. Give it another shot. All women are not like that woman who did you dirty. Some of you brothers, you caught your woman cheating on the job, and it made you so angry. You were so hurt. You loved that woman. You gave her everything. You paid the bills. You took care of the children. You weren't out there hooting and howling. but yet you came home from work early one day and some dude was in your crib. You decided to just walk out because you didn't want to go to jail for committing a crime. Yeah, she did you dirty, bro. But that don't mean all women are like that. Let's look at what led up to her doing that. Why she was cheating on you. What was the reason? Were you neglecting her? Was she like this all the time? Don't become bitter as a man, because it's funny how we like to say women can be bitter and hold on to a lot. No, a lot of times men are pretty much the same way when it comes to being bitter. They'll hold on to the past and they won't let it go. And the longer you hold on your past as a brother, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to actually secure a relationship in the future, because consequently you're worried about a woman doing you dirty. You must overcome your personal demons as a man. So how everybody's doing out there? Everybody's okay? Everybody's doing well? Yeah, that's exactly what I said in my statements, that all women are not like the one who did a man dirty. This is what I was saying if you paid attention. A lot of men within social media, within these spaces, a lot of them are bitter. A lot of them are hurt. They won't admit it because they're in denial. They're taking their frustration out on women because of a particular woman who did them dirty. But yet they don't ever acknowledge the hurt and pain that women feel due to a man that did her dirty, and now she's bitter. You see, this is a major problem, because the more hurt you become, the more work it's going to take to restore you as a man or as a woman. We know that with women, when a woman becomes hurt and bitter, it becomes a terrible task of trying to restore her, to make her believe in you, to make her comfortable, to make her trust. It's really difficult. But it's even more difficult to take a man who's been hurt, a man who's been bitter for a long time. It's pretty difficult to make that man trust and believe that a woman is not going to do him dirty. A lot of guys are just afraid. They really are. They're afraid of child support. They're afraid of getting a woman pregnant because the system is against us as men. We all know that. The system is against us as black men. But we as a people, we need to rise up. Both black men and black women. We need to rise up, and we need to come together. We need to put down the wars, the war weapons. We need to put down all of the insults, all of the excuses. We need each other. And we're not going to be able to make it if we're separated. We're not going to make it. So as much as women are in the danger zone, as much as women hitting the wall, men are in the danger zone, and men do in fact hit the wall. We have to stop associating hitting the wall with just women. Well, you know, she got kids, she hit the wall. No, not necessarily. Because you can have a woman who is a wife to a quality man, and he may have passed away. Now she's a widow. Are you telling me she hit the wall because she have children? Please. You're not making any sense. So you're telling me that a man who have children with another woman and he's not in a relationship with her, are you telling me that that man hit the wall because he's a single father? See, if you're going to say that for a woman, you should also say that for a man too. This is the hypocrisy that us as brothers deal with. So it's not just for women. Men are in the danger zone too. And the only way out of the danger zone as a man is you must repent of your ways. You start by number one, stop abusing our women. Stop using them for sex. Listen, brothers, I'm going to explain this. And if you don't get this, something is wrong. Women are emotional. They are going to make mistakes. If you fill a woman's mind with game, with words, with suggestions, women are going to adapt to any man that run game because they're emotional. A lot of you brothers, you're using deceptive methods to trick women into bed when under normal circumstances they would not deal with you. But because you've been listening to dating coaches, pickup artists, and whoremonger males, you have formulated a system on how to get women in your web of deception. This is bad because no matter how educated a woman is, no matter how educated she is, no matter how much career she have, she's still susceptible to suggestions. And this is one of the number one reasons why Eve was deceived in the Garden of Eden. It is because the serpent came to her with game. He came to her with suggestions, with words. He told her what she wanted to hear. He gassed her head up and made her believe that if she took of this fruit, she'll be beautiful, knowledgeable, and have everything in life. And that is what you brothers are doing, essentially. You're doing the work of the devil because you're manipulating women into bed. You're manipulating women into doing what you want, and then after they do what you want to belittle them. You want to blame them and say it's her fault. The reason why she got 3 kids is because she made a bad decision. What about your decision to lay with her? Let's talk about that, bro. See, nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about their decision. That's a problem. You know? See, I keep reading a lot of different comments in the chat, and it's clear that a lot of people, they're not getting it when it comes to this. And I don't know. It's going to be a problem in the future for a lot of you when it comes to the danger zone of hitting that wall. I'm trying to help you brothers to understand the balance. You must stop abusing our women. You're trying to figure out, well, why would a woman have sex with all these guys? Why would she allow herself to get into these different relationships? Again, women are emotional. They're trying to trust you. Every guy they get with, they actually are trying to trust and believe. And then what happened? They get deceived because of you. We need men that are going to take women under their wing and guide them and protect them. Is that so hard to do? All you think about is sex? That's it? That's all you think of as a man? It's just some sex, right? Nah. You got to begin to do better, man. You got to begin to do better as men. It can't just be where you're just focusing on sex all day. You know? A lot of men are disappointed with themselves. They're disappointed with themselves because they don't want to deal with the reality of the danger zone of hitting that wall. because they always thought that women hit this wall. They don't ever look at themselves. Time runs out for us too. Even career opportunities run out for us. Some of us brothers, we could have made a lot of money if we made this career move or if we took this opportunity. So what makes you think that the same doesn't apply to relationships? The same applies to relationships too. If you don't take the opportunity to build with a quality woman, then you're never going to be successful as a man. You're never going to be successful. So I hope that everybody out there is gaining information from this stream. Make sure you become a patron on my Patreon site at patreon.com/blackmaleadvicetv. It's very important. I have a lot of content over there, probably more than 500 plus videos or more, and still got a lot more that I got to upload over there. But we're going to build back up this platform with a lot of content over here. But the bulk of my content is on Patreon because most of my older content is too hot for YouTube. It's just not going to be able to work over here. But I'm trying to do things in a whole different way. So hopefully we will be able to give more information to both men and women about relationships so that they can become better. I'm not here to bash men. I'm not here to bash women. I'm here to give you knowledge and understanding on the current issues facing us as a people so that we could do better. Times is rough when it comes to relationships. It's bad out here. It's at an all-time low. People just hook up to have sex now. There's no love. There's no companionship. It's bad. It's really bad. And then kids are being born out of wedlock. And nobody's claiming them. I don't know. But, yeah. Again, I apologize for everybody. I was supposed to be out here at 10. I apologize if you was waiting. Just that I did some overtime and got in a little late. But I'm still here. So it is what it is. I still was able to do the show. And we're going to have many more shows. Like I said, we're streaming every night. So you can look forward to having a new show every night, Monday through Friday. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to be doing on the weekends. I might take the weekend off. I might have a pop-up show. It all depends on how I feel because, I do have a job, a career, and I'm not on YouTube full time. So it's a lot. It's a lot to do. So with that said, let me see what's going on in the chat. Let me see. I should have made this chat thing larger, but it's all right. I'll leave it the way it is. What's going on, Gabby? Said, hey, Ringo in chat. Let me see. Morning, do we drop link here? What link? I don't got no mods in the building. Oh, V-Dub Man in the building. What's going on, bro? I think I seen Show Shao too. Yeah, what's going on? All right. I notice I only see certain mods here. It's like some other mods look like they went on vacation. I'm gonna have to get some new mods. But the thing is, I just don't get anybody as a moderator because I tried that already, and that's not gonna work. I need people that's actually, number one prerequisite to be a moderator, you would have to be a patron. It is what it is. I need to know who you are. Yeah, so do anybody have any questions about men being in denial, about being in the danger zone? The danger zone is typically this, in case you're joining in on the show. The danger zone for a man is when he's reaching middle age. He's between the ages of 30 and 60. And he have not yet established a family. He's still trying to date women, but he's not settling down. He's just using women for recreational purposes, and he's never establishing a family. And he's growing older, and he's becoming more bitter and frustrated with women because there's a certain kind of woman he's desiring, but he just can't seem to get her because of his actions. It's like he want you to believe he's successful, but deep down inside, he's lonely, he's hurting, bitter, miserable. Man. Let's see what's going on. Somebody said I'm in the danger zone. Paul said I'm in the danger zone. Yeah, I mean, when you really think about it, being in the danger zone, let me just make this also clear. It doesn't mean that you are never going to be successful. It means that you're at a point in your life now where it's like, is it really even worth getting into at this point? You know what I mean? Like, let's say you're a brother, you're pushing 50 years old and you still haven't secured a wife, still haven't had no kids. Is it worth it to have right now? There are brothers that are 50 years old and up who established marriages at that age and had children because they finally recognized that enough is enough. It's time to settle down. It's time to do what's right. And they did what they had to do. Are you willing to do what you got to do? You know? Let's see what's going on. Mercedes, you can contact me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw. That's pretty much the only way you could contact me. At Ringo TV Raw. That's how you contact. Oh, thanks for putting the Instagram. Let me see. I really don't even know why people be wasting their time with the negative comments. Like, none of that stuff moves me. And my mods, they be on the case right away. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Smiles. Ringo states that the danger zone is when a brother is using women for recreational purposes and is bitter and frustrated with women. The danger zone is when a man is between the ages of 30 and 60 and haven't accomplished a family. And he's constantly using women for sex. Unable to settle down, he refuses to have children. And then by the time he reaches a certain age, he's going to want all of those things. And it's going to be too late because no woman is going to be there to pretty much fulfill that desire. Sometimes as a man, you may be in your 50s and you may have not had no children for whatever reason. And you may meet a young lady and you may express to her like, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to play no games. Life is getting really crazy. You know, we met. I'm really feeling you, but I just want to keep it real with you. I'm trying to have a son. I'm trying to have some children. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've been in the streets, roaming around, used women, did a lot of dirt. And I'm really regretting a lot of the time that I wasted. But I'm really excited and happy that I ran into you. You know, I met you and everything is cool, and I'm kind of shocked that you're even considering even chatting with me. But at the end of the day, it feels good. But I just want to be honest with you. I'm going to be here long term. I'm going to do what's right. And I need for you to know that. I need for you to understand that I made a lot of bad mistakes in the past. I did a lot of dirt. But I'm going to do what's right now. And I need your help. You see, as men, we don't like to admit that we need help. But we do. That's why the Most High gave us women, to be a helpmate. Sometimes it be that one woman who can change your whole life. Change your whole life, man. You meet a sister one day, man. Some of you brothers who be always degrading women, sometimes it be just that one sister. If you meet that one woman and she come around you, man, she'll change your whole world. Her energy is what you need. Let me see. Men can't be bums in society, so we are held to a high standard, but women are not held to any standard. Well, as men, we're the ones who're supposed to hold women to a standard. We supposed to hold women to a standard that when we see women out there doing a lot of crazy things, we got to hold them accountable. You got to tell a sister, look, you might take some nice photos for the gram and whatnot, but I don't agree with this. I think that as a woman of quality, you can do better. And if you're going to be my woman, that's not something I want to see. See, women want a man that's going to guide them. The reason why women do what they do is because a lot of you brothers, you keep gassing them up. The reason why a lot of women will live on the gram, the reason why a lot of women are making a killing on OnlyFans is because of brothers like you who are not holding them to a standard of excellence, you know? And this is why they're doing what they're doing. Like right now, a lot of women made literally six-figure incomes on OnlyFans alone during the pandemic. And all they had to do was just sell their body. Now, if black men were leading their women, none of you would have been members of these sites. You would have told the sisters, look, nah, I'm not doing that. You could do better, sister. You don't got to be out here doing this. It is what it is. But because our men have no integrity, they join. How you expect a woman to do that which is right when you are enabling her? She's not making 20 bands easy. It's you brothers who are giving them that. So who really is the problem? Us as men. If we want our women to do right, we have to do right. We have to do right. Let me see. Smiles said, I guess she want clarification on this. The danger zone for a man, wait, let me see. The danger zone is when a man is between the age of 30 to 60 and is not married and is constantly using women for sex. That's partially of the danger zone for men, or what it means to hit the wall. I already talked about this in a video already. Because what happens is, the reason why it's dangerous is because as men, we want to establish family. We want to have children. We want to have a seed in the earth to carry our name. We want to have children to love, to teach. And most of us as men, we're not getting the opportunity to father children because we're not building families. We're not. We're just using women for sex. And then by the time we want to really settle down, none of these women are going to want that because karma came back. Now what you sowed, now you're reaping. You're going to waste all your life. A lot of you brothers, you're wasting your prime years, your mid-life years. You're wasting it, acting like a teenager. When I see a 45, 50-plus-year-old man talking about dating, he's dating. Ain't no time to be dating. Listen, bro. If you meet a young lady, ain't no time to be dating. I meet a young lady. Listen, we establishing a family right away. We don't got no time to be playing this game of dating, man. I'm serious. Like, literally. There's no time to be playing. You meet a young lady, it's time to build. It's no time to be talking about getting to know you for the next 2, 4, 5. No. We don't got no time. We got to establish this. What do you want? You want to be a wife? Yes, I want to be a wife. Okay. I want you to be my wife. And let's build. You feeling her? She feeling you? Okay. Get to know each other. It shouldn't take that long. It shouldn't take that long to get to know somebody. Take the mask off. Be transparent, be real. And everything will be good after that. Well, when it comes to choosing, it's a difficult thing. You know, how many of you bought a pair of jeans or bought a shirt or whatever the case is? It looked good. You bought it, but when you tried it on, you realized, damn, I need a larger size. So choosing is not really the problem. It's actually experiencing the person. A man can meet a young lady and she appear beautiful on the outside, but once he actually get to know her, he learn about her inner spirit, and it will dictate to him whether or not she's the type of woman he need. This is why it's very important as men for you to meet women face to face. You can chat online, you can meet through social media, but there comes a time that you got to meet initially face to face so that you can see one another and get a feel for one another. It's very important. You know, back in the days, everything was face to face. You know, as a brother, you had to step to a woman. Be like, hey, how you doing? You already done know how it was back in the day. You see a sister, you had to go get her. It wasn't no texting her. You know, some of you brothers, you're excellent at texting. Nothing wrong with that. But are you willing to communicate with a woman in the street the way you text? You know? Let me see, but face-to-face has been sabotaged by, government lies. Let me explain the word simp. For clarification so that people can understand. The word simp is defined as a man who cater to women when the woman don't even like him. In other words, you have a man who is going out of his way to provide a woman with meals, gifts, attention, praises, but this woman don't like him. He's doing all of this because he's trying to get sex out of the woman. So he's doing whatever he can to get her to like him. That is a simp. Men like that get taken advantage of by women because these men are weak. A woman knows when you're desperate. She knows when you're thirsty. And what she's going to do is she's going to play games with you. This is why I taught many times that as a man, you're not supposed to chase women. You're really not. You're not supposed to chase women. You can assert yourself to a woman. You see a woman you like? Yes, by all means, you express to this woman that you have interest in her. After that, you just leave her alone. In other words, let's say you're on the job, right? Hypothetically speaking, you're on the job. I don't recommend that you talk to women at the job place. I have a video also about that on Patreon. I recommend that you deal with women that don't work where you work. But under certain circumstances, there may be a particular woman of interest where you work that may be worth the shot. So in a situation like that, what you would do as a man is don't thirst, don't chase her around, don't do the typical running game. No. You call the sister to the side and you introduce yourself. Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such, blah, blah, blah. Nice to meet you. And then you establish the fact that you're interested in her. You're interested in getting to know her, and you find her interesting. And you let her know that you're attracted to her. You like her. And then you just tell her, look, I'm not going to hold you up. I got some work to do. I'm sure you got work to do too, but let me know what you feel about that. If you're interested, you know what I'm saying, I'll be around. After that, don't say nothing to her no more. That's it. Don't say nothing no more. After you do that, you don't say nothing no more. Leave her alone. Because if you're running her up and down, she's not going to respect you. You got to be busy. You already asserted yourself. You already stepped to her. You already established to her that you're interested in her and you would like to get to know her. And then you told her, look, I got some work to do. I just wanted to introduce myself. And you think she don't know you think she don't know you like her? She knows that already. So at this point, the ball is in her court. If she's feeling you in any type of way, she got to make that initiative to establish a connection with you, because I'm not going to keep trying and trying. I'm not doing that. I already made it clear. I already left my resume. I already gave her my resume that I want to be hired for the job. I'm not chasing her at that point. Let her chase me. Let her look for me. Ain't nothing wrong with that if a woman is looking for you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. If a woman like you, she should be willing to step to you and say, hey, it is what it is. Just like when you step to a sister, it is what it is. But as a man, you should not be chasing women around, thirsting all day. That's not good. Because what you're going to find yourself doing, you're going to be complimenting her all the time. And, I'm against that. I'm against complimenting women all the time. All you got to do is show that you're interested in a woman. She already know you like her. It's not that hard or complicated to figure out. Women are not, they're not dumb. They know. When you step to her, they could see it in your eyes. When you look a woman up and down from head to toe and you're looking at her and you're like, man, She could see the desire in your eyes. She know you like her. She know. So you don't want to fill her mind up with a bunch of compliments because she hear this every day. Women hear the same compliments every day. On the gram, guys are constantly telling her she's beautiful. She's hearing this all the time. It's boring. I'm just trying to help you out. It's boring. They hear it all the time. So it don't make no sense you do that. Just assert yourself and keep it moving. If you're in a situation where you see a woman and it's like one of those situations where you know you're gonna never see her again, then in that circumstances, you gotta go full throttle and pretty much assert yourself and make it very clear that once we part ways, most likely we're never gonna see each other. So if you're interested, maybe we could exchange numbers and keep the communication going. If she's interested, she'll give you her number, or vice versa. If she's not, it is what it is. Just let her go her way. You're not losing because, again, you're not chasing. You're just establishing the fact that you're interested in her, and you're making it very blatantly clear to her that, hey, if you're feeling what I'm feeling, let's get this popping. If not, I'm not going to keep going wild over you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stoop to that level. I got too much things to be doing than chasing women around when I have a career and other things I'm working on. Because, as a man, if you're chasing women around all day, in most instances, you're never going to reach your full potential because you're chasing tail. This is why being thirsty 24/7 is a problem. Yes, you can be attracted to women. Yes, we understand all of that. But your career as a man, establishing who you are, that comes first. You understand? Once you establish that, then you need a woman in your life to build with. Then you move forward. A lot of you brothers, you're trying to establish the relationship, but you're not really doing the relationship side. You just want the sex. And this is why you're getting in trouble. Sex kills too. Most guys don't even know how to approach a woman. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother live stream with that. Because in today's day, it's a whole different ball game now. A lot of that old stuff is played out. Now it's just about being 100% real. You know what I'm saying? Like, just real. Yeah, that's definitely a fact. Let me see who said that. Sir Ism said, he said at Pix, if she likes you, she'll hit you up. That's a fact. If a lady is interested in you, she's gonna hit you up, or she's gonna contact you or approach you. It is what it is. Yeah, men that speak with their wallet are typically losers. Those are the kind of males who they think that their money is impressing women when it's not. Let me see. Soon I'm gonna have probably like a three or four camera setup. One of the next big investments that I'm gonna get is a 6K camera. It's more for less creative work, but I'm gonna get a 6K camera and not a $6,000 camera, 6K resolution. But I'm gonna get that with at least 3 mini cameras and have them situated around the studio so that while I'm here, you'll be able to get different angles and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just using this new gear right now. Like I'm still trying to get the hang of some of this stuff here. Like when you see me go like this, that's my background music playing. But I'm trying to figure out how I can do it where um, I actually had to cut the file shorter so that it can fit on the Procaster or the Rodecaster Pro. So I'm kind of experimenting and whatnot. But I like this. If you're a YouTuber and you do podcasts, videos, live streams, I highly recommend the Rodecaster Pro. Definitely, man. There's so much flexibility you can do with this. I'm just now starting to use this thing, and there's a lot you can do with it. A lot. So let me see what we got. Yeah, that's about it, man. It's around 2 a.m. I'm hungry, of course. You know, I got to get me something to eat. You already don't know what it is. So, let me see. Lisa said exactly, Ringo. Women are blinded by lies because she can't be the king of the household. A man has to lead and guide a woman. Yep. But he got to be a good man. He got to be a man of character. And that's something that's hard to find in today's day. A lot of men believe they're men, but in truth, a lot of brothers lack the character. They lack the character of what it means to lead. Make sure y'all get the likes up on the video. Get them likes up. We have how many people in the building? Hold up, I only got 217 likes. Really? 217. Y'all gonna do me like that, man? Wow. 217 likes, man. Damn. We currently have, I don't know if that's correct, 1,159 people watching. Come on, we could get those likes up, people. Likes are for free. Just click the like button. Click, clickety, click. Anyway, we're going to be streaming live every weekday night at 10 p.m. Tomorrow we're going to have another show. It's going to be interesting. My shows are organic. They're 100% from the heart. There are no fillers. I am a big believer in communicating my thoughts on real topics that affect the community. And this topic is it's the type of topic that a lot of men don't want to talk about because, again, men are in denial about being in the danger zone. We're getting older and we don't want to look at ourselves. We don't want to think about it. We're hoping that we don't die this way. But in truth, a lot of men are dying childless. They're dying by never establishing a family, and it's bad. So my hope is that you brothers will begin to look at your life and begin to make the changes necessary to establish families. So I'm gonna pretty much get on out of here, get me something to eat, and hopefully everybody will have a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. And that's about it. So become a patron on patreon.com/blackmaleadvicetv. If you like my show, you can support via Cash App, $Ringo TV Raw. You can also support via PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. So that's about it. I'm going to sign out. We had a big turnout tonight. A lot of people showed up. Really inspiring. It's encouraging me to do more of these streams. I don't know, maybe the format brought everybody out. I don't know what it is, but we're going to keep doing the same thing. It looks like something is working here. So shout out to all the mods. Shout out to everybody in the chat who came through. appreciate you stopping through. We're going to deal with another topic tomorrow about, I don't really like putting my topics out there because a lot of people be stealing content ideas, but we're going to be talking about a topic dealing with women, and hopefully they will begin to understand the problems that they're facing in terms of relationships. It's going to be an interesting topic. It's going to be about how the job market and college and so forth has pretty much robbed women of their youth in terms of meeting a quality man. And my host ran out a lot of time. They wasted a lot of years. And it's bad because a lot of you sisters, man, the best years of your life, you just wasted. But we're going to deal with that tomorrow night. So with that said, thanks again for everybody joining the show. I'm learning how to use this OBS stuff. Stuff is cool. Been watching a few tutorials. So trying to step up the production. You know how it is. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to sign out. So y'all take care. It's Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. And we're going to hit y'all with the outro. So y'all take care, man. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100%